Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is December 22nd, 2022, and today is Thursday morning. So looking at today's highlights, the Dow Jones surges over 600 points to the upside. But first, no major economic events scheduled for today. So as we look at the various markets right now, first starting out with the Forex symbols, the US dollar weakens inverse relationship versus the major pairs as the Dow Jones goes up. Inverse relationship. And the NASDAQ also had some slight gains. Now looking at commodities, gold steady above that 1800, and oil strengthens and goes to $78 a barrel. Now looking at the stocks, Apple was the one that bounced and revived from the dead yesterday and moving the markets higher. And lastly, Bitcoin remains unchanged. And the question is whether or not it's going to change anytime soon. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go. We're going to take a look at the Euro USD, and you can see we're getting that gain. We're going back to that trading that trend line that we so much adhere to, all the way from 96 all the way up to 107, and it looks like we're getting that momentum back. I'm not going to say that it's going to happen overnight, but take a look at it as this is still unfolding. Now, if we look at the GBP USD also on the upside versus US dollar. If we look at the Australian dollar, also gaining back to the versus the US dollar. The USD CAD also strengthening. It's an inverse relationship. The CAD is after the quoted currency, so if it goes down, it's getting stronger. And lastly, looking at at the Japanese yen, also on its lows, 131 versus the dollar. That's a big move for the Japanese yen. So jumping into commodities right now, gold remaining steady, 1818-ish level, and just there. Does it look like it wants to go higher? Yes, but you got to wait for it, and then just as soon as it does break higher, take advantage of it. Now looking at crude oil, also gaining nicely to $78 a barrel. Now this is a major move for oil because we've been in a rout and we haven't come out of it for, over a couple of weeks. So with that said, this is a really important move, and we do make that crossover above that 30-day moving average. That's very important. You do want to know if it's going to happen. Now, jumping into the U.S. markets, the Dow Jones trading at 33,600, and we surged over 500 to 700 points yesterday. And you can see we're coming back from the brinks. If we look at a 4-hour chart, we were trading all the way down at 32,770-ish level, and now finally to 33,600. Now, this is almost a 50% retracement from our high of 35,000-ish level. Okay, so this is really an important point for us to be, and let's see if we could carry this into the end of the year and kind of trail around 34,000. I think that's where the market wants to take it to, so keep that in mind. Now looking at the NASDAQ, gotta jump, gotta bounce, but not major. Okay, this is not a major bounce, so the NASDAQ is still relatively weak versus everything else. Now, if we look at the individual stocks, even though that Apple was the strongest one yesterday, and you could see that from 130 up to 135, a nice gap up, a nice push up to the upside, some consumer confidence number coming in and pushing it higher. All that is well and dandy, but at the end of the day, it's going to maintain this momentum, and I just see ourselves just trading in a range, at least for now. So let's see how far this little rally could take us. If we look at some of the other stocks, Facebook did gain a little bit yesterday as well, from 113 to 119. Microsoft did not gain so much. Okay, if we look at a 4-hour chart, it did gain, but not that much as I would have expected it. Look at Tesla, dead. That means this is going even lower than what it is right now, just waiting for the markets to take us lower. But that's something to consider as we're going into the balance of the year. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, unchanged. It's not doing much. I wouldn't focus so much of my time on it until there's some sort of change in the market that gives some sort of credence to the cryptocurrencies right now that we're trading. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.